Everybody's freaking out right now. If you're in the oil and gas industry, you are stressed right now, and I'm not. People ask me, Sean, why are you so excited about what's happening right now? I'll tell you why. Under the Biden administration, we're going to see oil prices hit higher than we've ever seen before. Now, think about it. You got to understand the agenda behind the Biden administration to understand what I'm telling you. If you like this channel, if you're interested in oil and gas, please subscribe. The Biden administration, their whole focus was to get as many votes as possible. And they learned that the most important thing to their base is global warming and COVID-19. And the only way to take out Trump is take out his economy. That's the only way to win. Okay. And so they did several things. They made Donald Trump out to be this deranged, anti-science kind of guy where he didn't understand what was really happening with global warming. They got the world to believe that he didn't handle COVID-19 properly. And they found a way to destroy the economy. It was such a brilliant plan. COVID-19, they used it to destroy the economy by making everyone believe that it's spreading faster and it's going to kill everybody. So we need to lock this economy down. They closed the doors to a raging, roaring economy. They did that. With a bunch of attorneys in a room, they did that. So they won that battle. They won the second battle, making the world believe that fossil fuels is the contributing factor to global warming, to hurricanes, to storms, to fires. They won that. They did that. And I know that based upon the votes. It was brilliant. I mean, it was such a brilliant. I couldn't have come up with a better plan myself. How do we beat Donald Trump? We destroy his economy. They did it with COVID. They not only did it with COVID, but they also made everyone believe that that Trump did not handle COVID properly. And so how do they get money to fund this? I know, green tech. The tech guys. He got into bed with big tech. Hey guys, we need some money. What can I do for you? If they spend trillions of dollars in green technology, it's going to make Tesla, all the green tech guys, a lot of money. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Biden's in office, or about to be in office, quite simply, because he duped the whole world into believing that Trump and his administration is going to destroy the world, not only the globe because of global warming and fossil fuels, but also because he doesn't know how to handle a virus, a breakout. It's brilliant. And they shut down his economy. So here's what's going to happen, guys. Oil is going to become scarce in America. Maybe not scarce, but it's going to drop. Under the Bush administration, Obama administration, we saw oil reach as high as $150 a barrel, quite simply because we were not producing enough oil. When Trump became in office, I thought, is it going to be like the Bush administration? The glory days of oil? That was the exact opposite. Oil prices plummeted. Why? Because we were not foreign oil dependent. We're producing massive amounts of oil. We went from 6 million a day to 13 million a day because of fracking, because of shale. And because of that, we weren't foreign oil dependent. And oil, in order for it to reach $150 a barrel, it has to be manipulated. There has to be a bomb dropped in the Middle East. They have to curb production. Remember the oil embargo? Everyone's waiting in line for gasoline, and oil prices went to 300% overnight. They can't do that anymore because we got our own oil. We don't need them. We don't need Saudi Arabia. We don't need Russia. We don't need OPEC. Forget those guys. That pissed them off. So it's brilliant. So in March, they tried to flood the market with oil. Russia and Saudi Arabia came together. They tried to flood the markets with oil. But now they got Biden in office. He's already anti-oil. So here's the deal, guys. Oil is under the Bush administration went up to $150 oil because we didn't produce enough. So what's going to happen when oil output drops? We're going to be back in the same scenario. But Sean, it's different because green technology. All right. Green technology is going to replace fossil fuels. So we build enough solar power panels with trillions of dollars that we don't have, and we cover 25% of the planet to absorb the sun's energy to replace fossil fuels. Well, wait a minute. 60% of the time, those solar power panels are nothing more than a paperweight. Why? Because if it's dark, if it's cloudy, if it's rainy, they're not absorbing any power at all. So not only is it not even going to barely work if we spend trillions of dollars during the day, we're going to have to store enough power during the day. In addition to powering the world, we also have to store twice as much electricity to power the world at night when the sun is not shining. Now, there's this little thing called battery. We don't have enough batteries, and we don't have the battery tech that it takes to put that much enough electricity out there. In order to take a barrel of oil and put it in a battery, it would cost $200. That's where a barrel of oil is $1 to store. We don't look, guys, we're trillions of dollars away and 30 plus years away from having what we need for green tech. So everyone's jumping ship too early. But while oil and gas production is declining under a Biden administration, the green tech industry fails, and we're going to be in the same scenario we were under Bush. One bomb in the right place, and oil prices skyrocket. Why? Because we're foreign oil dependent, and now all of a sudden Russia and Saudi Arabia have control again. And not only that, the economy is going to roar. I'll tell you why. Because they don't have to stop the economy anymore. They use that, the administration used that in order to get the economy to decline in order to get Trump out of office. Because if his economy is roaring and we vote, they don't have a chance, and they knew that. So they use COVID, they use fear, they use Dr. Fauci, they use the whole world to get everyone to believe that this thing is worse than any other flu, any other disease. But statistically speaking, percentage speaking, it's really not that bad. But they did a good job doing that. I give them that. So they don't have any reason to cause fear anymore. Once Biden gets in office, once he takes the helm, they're going to do whatever they can to get the economy to roar. Why? Because it wouldn't make them look good if the economy was better under Trump. So there's no reason to manipulate. There's no reason to lock down the world anymore. There's no reason to, and now the media, the mass media, is going to start talking and speaking positive about the economy. It's amazing what positive words will do for the world. I mean, the media every day bashing Trump, talking about how horrible of a president he is, how he's destroying the world with fossil fuels, how he's going to kill off America with COVID-19. And then Biden gets in office, which it's a miracle that guy made it. And there's no way he could have won without big tech, without the media, without all these attorneys. He had everybody going for him. Everything was against Trump. How Trump is still standing, I don't know. So the economy is going to come back. This COVID-19 is going to come to a head. The COVID-19 news is what's destroying oil prices, because everyone's saying demand is being destroyed for fossil fuels due to COVID, which is kind of true. I mean, we're using 95 million a day right now. We're only 5 million pre-COVID away from being back to normal. So under the Biden administration, oil prices are going to skyrocket. So Sean, how do you make money in oil and gas? Well, I'll tell you right now, you're not going to get it in the stock market. Call me and I'll explain why. I'm focused on conventional wells. Conventional oil is what made American oil and gas. Before fracking, before shale, when oil prices were only $20 a barrel, they were making a lot of money. Why? Because conventional oil is the cheapest barrel of oil to produce. In Oklahoma right now, we could drill a well for $600,000. Where 2008, that same well might cost $800,000. So we're drilling cheaper. We're in premium leases because nobody's funding oil and gas right now. The banking industry, all the institutional funding has dried up for fossil fuels because they lost their butt in fracking. They lost a lot of money in fracking. And so right now it's hard to raise capital right now. But we're able to get it done. We're able to get it done. So we're getting into premium leases we would have never been able to get into hadn't the fossil fuel industry be in the situation it's in. Drilling is cheaper because people are desperate to drill. They're desperate to keep their family fed and their workers fed. So this is the best time to ever get involved in oil and gas. And it has to be done now because in between now and the time Biden gets in office and starts passing laws, maybe someday we won't be able to develop at all. I don't know. I seriously doubt that. I mean, that's an extreme view. I think under the Biden administration, it's more the fear of fossil fuels, and most people are going to lose interest in investing in oil and gas because they think, oh, well, it's coming to an end. How can it be? I mean, maybe under Trump, there's room to grow under an administration that's favorable to oil, but under Biden, he's anti-oil. So let's not invest in that. In fact, let's just sit on our hands and see what happens. That's what everyone's going to do. So everyone's jumping ship from fossil fuels. We're going to spend trillions of dollars in green tech. It's going to cause massive inflation. We're going to find out green tech cannot replace fossil fuels. And what's going to happen? Our dollar is going to be inflated. Oil prices are traded in U.S. currency, and it's going to cause oil prices to go skyrocket because you got to trade more dollars, more inflated dollars for oil. So not only is it going to be inflation taking place, we're going to be in a situation where we don't have enough oil because we've taken our attention off fossil fuels with the Biden administration, and Russia and Saudi Arabia are going to become so rich. All right, guys, I've got more to say on the subject, but I want to read this news article, and it's about to get worse, guys. Colorado takes aim at oil and gas well flaring. Colorado energy regulators have voted for a curtailment of gas flaring at an oil and gas production site, limiting approved flaring to just a few circumstances. Guys, if you can't flare off gas, you cannot produce oil. Every oil well you drill always has gas. That's the natural driving force behind oil. If there's oil, there's gas. If you can't flare the gas, you can't produce the oil. What a brilliant plan against fossil fuels. So, all right, guys, I'm Sean Pruitt, president of Kingdom Exploration. If you like this channel, please subscribe. And if you want to learn more about oil and gas projects, I'd love to chat with you in my description below. There's a link there to request some information, or you could call me on my phone. I'd love to chat with you. We'll talk soon. Thanks.